Robinson's very happy with his effort.
Egidijus Kavaliauskas, 147 pounds. Hold on, we'll talk in a minute.
For a guy who could soon fight for a title. We'll hear from the judges when we return.
He's WBO 147-pound mandatory for Terrence Crawford.
I'm Paige, and the little thing.
My bad, let me mute that. I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. We cover every single major fight live. He should get a unanimous decision, and frankly, you know, Egidijus Kavaliauskas hasn't been impressive his last couple of fights. His fight with Abreu. Ariaza, he did get the stoppage. I covered both of these fights and the David Evanesian's fight. So I've been watching him very closely lately because he is the WBO 147-pound mandatory for Bud Crawford. And as you know, mandatories don't go away. And as Andre Ward and Timothy Bradley talked about during the broadcast, it is true. Just because you're mandatory, you will get your shot, but it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get your shot right away. So they're still trying to build him up and you know, like get that exciting what is it called? Breakout win for him. When like, oh yes, he's coming for Terrence Crawford. Just like, you know, Teofimo Lopez has been doing to get his way to Loma. You know? So yes, Ray Robinson right now, you can consider him a veteran Philadelphia fighter. Remember, he lost to Doudou Ngumbu, who then went on to fight in his last fight, right? The last loss was against Doudou Ngumbu a year ago. Ngumbu went on to fight 2 more fights after that before fighting Sean Porter for the WBC championship. Also, you can go back and see that he lost to Sean Porter years ago via unanimous decision. Actually, 9 years ago, back in 2010. Nearly 9 years ago, back in 2010. Unfortunately, I can't show you no highlights because Top Rank, man. Guillermo. Like, copyrighting me for fair use shit, especially old-ass videos. But, you know, the point is, if you want to see the highlights, it's crazy because they're free right there on their Twitter page. But, whatever, my job is to cover the fight, so let's keep it to the fight. Listen, Kavaliauskas, he does have some boxing ability and skill, obviously. He is good compared to a lot of these B-level or fringe 147-pound contenders, but right now, I can't say that he can hang with Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford would demolish him. By the way, right now, I fell asleep during this fight last night. I was asleep. I fell asleep. I went over right here to my couch, and I laid down, right? Let's listen to the cards.
A knockout loss and a 13-month layoff against Egidijus, #1 welterweight in the BO. Which way did it go? Up to the classy Jimmy Lennon Jr.
I forgot, damn it. I'm trying to get this correct pronunciation.
After 10 rounds of action, we go to the scorecards. Here are our score totals.
This D and the I be fucking me up.
Rose LaSalle scores the bout 97-93 in favor of Ray Robinson.
Whoa.
Judges at ringside, David Braslow and Kevin Morgan both score the bout 95-95, even a draw. The decision is a majority draw.
Majority draw here, not the results that Egidijus Kavaliauskas would be looking for to try to gain a lot of momentum and prove your point to fight for a title.
No, I mean, he didn't do enough. You know, both fighters are in there, you know, not doing too much. But for Kavaliauskas, a lot at stake, it was a tough fight.
Did just
but
a
he
little
just didn't touch. He let his hands go.
He
got right where he needed to be and did not let his hands go.
Very true.
That's the opposite of what I was looking for from Kavaliauskas. I have more questions now
than
I
look
did
at
coming
him.
into the fight, which doesn't bode well for him.
Jeez.
Let's go up to Bernardo.
It's technically a win for Ray Robinson.
Egidijus. A draw. This is the first blemish
Look at Ian Clemus in the background. I wish I could show him to y'all.
What just happened?
Not so good. Not so good at all. Draw is
The
a
manager.
draw. Judges see draw. Okay, it's a draw. Can't argue with the judges.
What could you have done better tonight?
I think I did better. I was pressing all the time. I was always making pressure on him, and he was just running. So I think I won the fight with the.
You didn't close off the ring.
Now, with this type of performance, do you feel you're ready for the Terrence Crawfords of the world as a #1 contender?
Of course. Ray Robinson is a great fighter. I don't underestimate Ray Robinson, so I can fight Crawford too.
Thank you very much. Ray Robinson, you're here at home. The crowd was happy.
He was cutting off the ring, but he wasn't throwing no punches.
Did you do enough to win tonight?
100%. That's called a boxing lesson. Hit and not get hit. That's the reason why I fell in love with the boxing. Swim without getting wet. And I think everybody in Philadelphia know I won that fight. Unfortunately, I'm on a top-ranked card. I'm blessed to get on this card, but at the end of the day, man, I know he's undefeated, two-time Olympian. You know what I'm saying? You guys hyped him up. I know he's like the best thing since pants with pockets, but at the end of the night, I beat him.
All right.
Shit.
He is in line to fight Terrence Crawford. If he had trouble with you tonight, what would happen in that fight?
To be honest, man, I deserve that Terrence Crawford fight. I'm the last person to beat Terrence Crawford in the amateurs. And I outboxed this guy, man. And that just shows you. I wanted to know if he was an Al Heyman fighter. Somebody that got lateral movement, got a good jab, good feints. And I know you guys wanted this guy to win tonight, but I beat him. As simple as that.
He didn't win that fight tonight.
Ray. Joe, back to you.
There's a majority draw. Ray Robinson obviously felt like he executed his game plan well. Disappointing evening for Egidijus Kavaliauskas.
This type of performance, do you feel you're ready for the Terrence?
He didn't win that fight, in my opinion. You know, I gave it to Kavaliauskas via very. I'm gonna go back and watch it again. But if you really look at it, Kavaliauskas, he would have. You know, he was doing a good job cutting the ring. He wasn't necessarily following Ray Robinson, but he wasn't letting his hands go. It was almost like, you know, he was scared to, like, get hit. Maybe it was the height, you know, and size of Ray Robinson. What is it? 5'10". So Kavaliauskas is about, what, 5'9", you know. But he looked a little bit, you know, like longer as a fighter. And he's the mandatory for Terrence Crawford. Right here, number 1. I forgot to put the to highlight him as the mandatory. As you know, Sean Porter, WBC champion, he will likely be fighting Errol Spence next on pay-per-view in June or July. Keith Thurman, Manny Pacquiao also rumored to be fighting next, you know, unless Manny Pacquiao goes to fight Mikey Garcia. And then, you know, Terrence Crawford on April the 20th is taking on Amir Khan. Right now, 6:49 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Sunday, March the 31st, 2019. Damn, you know, Kavaliauskas has still got some more building to do. Simple as that. You know, let's see who we can fight next, you know, because in my opinion, you know, it's looking like Terrence Crawford may have to fight him if he beats Amir Khan, because all the other fights for him are going to be taken up. And remember, when you're champion, you have to either unify or fight somebody in the top 15 of the sanctioning bodies. And I'm saying right now, hey, listen, you know, just go ahead and get it over with. You know, if he beats Amir Khan, meaning Terrence Crawford, then go on and fight Kavaliauskas. Get your mandatory out of the way. Wilder, look at him. Brazil is the mandatory. Got to get him out of the way. You know. I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live with FightView360.com. Check out our merch store. Link right down below in the description box. There's some more ads and promotion and everything coming. We're shipping to everywhere in the world for about $13 or so US, something like that, in 10 to 14 days. Please subscribe.